You know, every single day you interact with this invisible giant. It's the hidden engine chugging away behind your ATM withdrawals, your flight bookings, even your government services. For decades, it's been the bedrock of our global economy. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain on this hidden giant.
So what is it? Well, the answer, more often than you'd think, is a technology you've probably never even heard of. And it's running on hardware you might think is a total relic of the past, the mainframe. In this explainer, we're diving deep into the operating system that makes it all possible, IBM Z/OS.
All right, so what exactly is this powerhouse? To really get why it's so critical, we've got to start with what z/OS actually is. Let's break it down.
At its heart, Z/OS is IBM's top-tier operating system for Z-series mainframes. You got to think of it as the ultimate specialist. It's built for one thing: running massive workloads that have to be on all the time, with absolute security and stability. We're talking about jobs that simply cannot fail, like processing millions of credit card swipes every single minute.
And this thing didn't just appear out of thin air. No way. z/OS has an incredible pedigree. It's the modern version of a family tree that stretches back more than half a century, built on the shoulders of systems that were famous for being, well, rock solid. Now, this history isn't just a fun fact. It's really the source of its greatest strength. This constant, continuous evolution has baked in a level of stability that's just almost impossible to create from scratch today.
Just look at this timeline. We're talking decades of careful refinement. It all started way back with OS/360 in the 60s, which then evolved into the legendary NVS in the 70s. Then in the 90s, OS/390 started adding modern networking stuff. And finally, Z/OS shows up in the year 2000, bringing the whole system into the 64-bit world. This isn't about yearly updates that break everything, it's about building on a foundation that's been proven for generations.
And here is the absolute killer feature, the core principle that holds all of this together: backward compatibility. This is non-negotiable. I want you to imagine being able to run a critical piece of software, something written in the 1980s, on a brand new 2024 server, without changing a single line of code. That's the reality for z/OS, and it's a huge reason why these systems are still running the world. It saves companies from these massive, expensive, and super risky projects to rewrite core business logic that, honestly, just works perfectly.
Okay, so it's old, it's stable, we get it. But in today's world of cloud and agile everything, why is it still so vital? Let's get into its core value proposition.
The value of z/OS really boils down to these things right here. It is designed from the ground up for security and resilience that's just unmatched. It can scale to handle these mind-boggling transaction volumes. And it manages all of this with a super intelligent quality of service manager, which makes sure that the most critical jobs, like a major bank's end-of-day processing, always get the resources they need no matter what else is hammering the system.
Now, a key piece of magic that delivers this power is something called parallel sysplex. It's a built-in clustering feature that lets up to 32 mainframes work together like a single, unified system. This gives you incredible processing power and, just as important, redundancy. If one machine goes down for maintenance or, fails, the others just instantly pick up the slack. Zero disruption for users. It is the absolute ultimate in high availability.
All right, so if you're still picturing some room-sized computer out of a black and white movie, get ready because we're about to completely shatter that image. This is where the modern mainframe story gets really surprising. Yeah, you heard me right. The Open Group, that's the same organization that certifies macOS, also certifies z/OS as a compliant Unix operating system. It has this whole subsystem called Unix System Services that gives you a familiar command line environment. And because of that, it can support a massive ecosystem of modern open source tools and applications.
This right here perfectly highlights the dual nature of the modern mainframe. On one side, you've got the traditional workhorses, the COBOL programs and CISES transaction systems that, believe me, still run the world's finances. But on the other side, you've got its modern identity. It speaks the language of today's IT: Unix, Linux containers, JSON, and yeah, even AI. It's not one or the other, it's both, living together, happy on the same platform.
And IBM is not standing still, not by a long shot. The latest versions of Z/OS are built on these four big pillars of modernization. They're infusing AI for smarter operations, they're getting ready for the future with quantum-safe cryptography, they can run Linux applications right inside Z/OS using container extensions, and they're designed to be a core part of a modern hybrid multi-cloud strategy.
So, the crucial point here, the big idea,
is that ZOS isn't a relic, it's a bridge. It's literally designed to connect the mission-critical systems of the past with all the innovative technologies of the future.
And hey, you don't have to take my word for it. This quote from an industry analyst makes that exact point. IBM is actively investing to make sure this platform fits perfectly into a modern IT landscape, adding features like REST APIs that make it super easy for new cloud-native apps to talk to it.
So if you remember just one thing from this explainer, let it be this. Z/OS is the ultimate hybrid platform. It gives you the kind of stability and security that no other system can really match, but it combines that with the openness and flexibility that modern developers need. It's truly trying to be the best of both worlds.
And that leaves us with a pretty fascinating question for the future, doesn't it? As the world keeps moving more and more towards distributed cloud setups, what's the evolving role for this centralized, incredibly powerful giant? Well, its ability to adapt so far suggests it's not going anywhere anytime soon.